in this video, we will be solving this question. And you know, one thing that is very interesting about this question that I am going to be solving for you now is that we are going to use two approaches to solve this problem. And these two different methods would give us the same answer. So you will decide which one you want to use. Let us read this question and see. What is the mass of 3 moles of oxygen, O2? This oxygen is oxygen molecule. Then we are given the relative atomic mass of oxygen atom, 16. We are looking for the mass of 3 moles. We don't know the mass of 3 moles of oxygen. Now, there is something I told you in the previous video. I stated that 1 mole of every substance contains Avogadro's number, and 1 mole of every substance is equal to the molar mass of that substance. Now, what is molar mass? Remember I said that molar mass is mass of 1 mole. That's what we defined it to be. So if we know that 1 mole of every substance is equal to molar mass, we can use that idea to get the answer of this question. 1 mole of every substance is equal to molar mass of that substance. It becomes a standard. It becomes a foundation. Now I'm going to tell you something to understand how important the fact that 1 mole of every substance is equal to molar mass of that substance. I'll give you an example to help you understand this. Let us assume that I want you to buy orange from me. I want you to get orange. And then I tell you, hey, dear student, please go get me orange. But 1 orange is sold for 10 naira. That's it, every 1 orange is sold for 10 naira. And I want you to buy 3 oranges. How much will I give you? I know you can think about that, is that not so? But let me show you mathematically what we do. As a standard, you know that 1 orange is equal to 10 naira. Okay, just a simple mathematics, direct proportion, that's how we call it in mathematics. Now, 1 orange is equal to 10 naira, that's the standard. So if I said you should get me 3 oranges, buy 3 oranges, how much will I give you for that? I will say, I don't know. That I don't know now is X. That X now will be like, okay, let X naira be the amount that 3 oranges are being sold. So from here you calculate for X. Since you have orange here, you will cancel out, you cross multiply and calculate for X. You know, this will give you X times 1, which is X, equal to 3 times 10 naira, which will give you something like this, you know, and then X will be equal to 30 naira. So for the 3 oranges, I'll give you 30 naira to buy it for me. So this standard is very important, and that's the same thing I want you to understand about this question. We are to calculate mass of 3 moles of oxygen, but we know that as a standard, 1 mole of any substance is equal to molar mass of that substance. We'll use that to build this up. Are you ready? Okay, let me wipe this. I will start by saying, here we're giving number of moles to be equal to 3. So I will say let mass of 3 moles of oxygen be equal to, I don't know. So I will say let it be equal to X. But as a standard, we know something. But we know that 1 mole of any substance is equal to molar mass of that substance. Molar mass of that substance. This is the standard. So what will I do? I will come here. What is the molar mass of this oxygen given to me? I'll say molar mass. I'm going to write molar mass of O2. 16, the relative atomic mass, times 2. We've done that already, you know. Which will give us what? 32 grams per mole. 32 grams per mole. Relative atomic mass of oxygen is 16 multiplied by the 2 atoms. So the standard will now be, it means that 1 mole of oxygen, O2, is equal to molar mass as a standard, and the molar mass is 32 grams per mole. 32 grams per mole. Alright? So the mass of 1 mole of oxygen is 32. Every 1 mole of oxygen molecule will contain 32 gram mass. Therefore, if I know that this is my standard, 3 moles now. Therefore, 3 moles of oxygen, O2, will be equal to, I don't know. Remember we say it should be equal to X. So from here, what will happen? This mole will cancel out. You now cross multiply. If you cross multiply, this X will multiply this, we get X times 1. Equal to this 3 will multiply 32, we get 30. We'll get 3 times 32 gram per mole. 32 grams per mole. So if you solve this, the value of X will give you what? 96. Alright, 96 grams. 96 grams. If I like, I put it per mole. If I don't like, I'll leave it like that. Okay? So in conclusion, therefore, I can say that 3 moles of oxygen is equal to mass of 96 grams. Is equal to 96 grams. Answer. This is one way I can solve it, method 1. Now method 2, or I can use the formula directly. From the question, I know that the number of moles, small letter n, is equal to 3. 3 moles, that's what I know. And then they're asking me to find the mass of these 3 moles. I don't know. Small letter n, the mass, I don't know. But I know molar mass of oxygen, capital letter N. Molar mass of oxygen, this oxygen molecule, is 32. So I will now use this formula. N equal to mass over molar mass. If you use this formula, what does it mean? Let's substitute and now see what we will get. It implies that in place of N, I'll put 3. Mass, I don't know. I'll have N divided by molar mass, which is 32. Molar mass is here, grams per mole. So from here, you cross multiply, you know that. So that the mass will now give you 3 times 32. 3 times 32 will give us what? 96 grams. Answer. So it's the same as this. You can use the formula directly and get your answer. Is that okay? The choice is yours. I've put you through all the things you need. We have this next question on the board here. I'm going to solve again using the 2 approaches, the 2 methods. So how we solve this problem? First, let us use the formula method. Alright, so using the formula method. So from the question, they're asking us how many moles are there in 20 grams of calcium trioxocarbonate 4. So the mass of calcium trioxocarbonate 4, whose mole they want us to get is 20 grams. 20 grams. They asked us to find how many moles. Moles. You know, we use small letter n for our moles. We don't know. You can calculate the molecular mass or the molar mass. Alright? Just the same way you get RMN. But good enough from the question, they've given it to us. Calcium trioxocarbonate 4 equal to 100. So the molar mass was given to us. Capital letter N equal to 100. I'll put the units, grams per mole. Maybe to write the mole here. 100 grams per mole. Then I'll now write, recall. We have the formula. Recall. We know that number of moles is equal to mass divided by what? Molar mass. We can now substitute and see we are looking for number of moles. So I can now write number of moles, I don't know, is equal to, let's substitute now. In place of mass, small letter n, what do I put? 20 grams. So it's going to be 20 grams divided by, in place of capital letter N, molar mass, I'll put 100 grams per mole. 100 grams per mole, that is divided by mole. If I don't like, I can just forget about the unit. When I am done solving, I'll put back the correct unit for mole. The unit of mole is mol, you know that. From here, this gram and this gram will cancel out. This thing you are seeing here now is 100 over mole. Mathematically, that mole will go up. Okay? So the number of moles n will now be 20 over 100. 20 divided by 100 mole. So what's the answer? N is equal to 0.2. You know from here, these last zeros we cancel out. Then 2 can go into 2, you have 1. 2 can go into 10, you have 5. 1 over 5 is 0.2. So 0.2 moles. We can conclude because we asked to find how many moles are there in 20 grams. So I can say, therefore, use blue marker to do the conclusion. Therefore, there are 0.2 moles in 20 grams of calcium trioxocarbonate 4. Let us use method 2, the analysis method, method 2, and see if we get the same answer. You know, here we have gotten our answer here. Just put that. Answer. Now method 2. In method 2, all we need to do is to say, okay, how many moles are there in 20 grams? We don't know. Let number of moles in 20 grams of calcium trioxocarbonate 4 be equal to X. I don't know that. But by standard, we know that every 1 mole will contain molar mass of that substance. So I will come and then I'll write out the standard. Molar mass of calcium trioxocarbonate 4 is 100. So I'll say, but I know that 100 gram per mole of calcium trioxocarbonate 4 is equal to 1 mole. Or simply 100 grams is equal to 1 mole. If I don't want to put per mole, no error, still okay. That is the standard. 1 mole of any substance will contain the molar mass of that substance. Therefore, the question gave me 20 gram will contain how many moles? I don't know. The grams will cancel out, and then you cross multiply. X times 100 will give us 100x. 100x will now be 20 times 1 mole will give us 20 moles. Now I'm looking for x, so I'll divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 100. Let me write that. It implies that x will be 20 divided by 100. You know, divided by 100, x will be left. Look at it. Divided by 100, you have 20 over 100. Therefore, x will be equal to 0.2 moles. 0.2 moles. And that's the number of moles that is present in 20 grams of calcium trioxocarbonate 4. Make your conclusion here, please. Make your conclusion. The question did not ask us to find x. I was the one that called x to be the number of moles in 20 grams. So conclude, therefore, there are 0.2 moles in 20 grams of calcium trioxocarbonate 4. It is time we are going to solve problems on percentage by mass of an element in a compound.